It's Week 11 of the National Football League. And we'll see DJ Moore. He set up shop in the end zone last week with 5 receiving touchdowns. It's the Panthers and the Packers, just ahead on EA Sports.
And we come to you for one of the true... The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
Not sure what you thought, but I thought it was appropriate when he walked into our meeting with his arm totally encased in ice, because he threw 5 touchdown passes last week and won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award.
Yeah, but reading the paper this morning, and he said, gosh, I actually thought I should have got 6 or 7. But still, it was an amazing performance a week ago.
Boy, I'll tell you what, if he thought he should have had 6 or 7, that's a guy who's an absolute perfectionist, not just greedy.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
From the 41, Corral. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Corral to throw on 1st and 10. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. He'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. He's got the connection to Moore. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. A 10-play drive that time. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Veteran Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers ready to go for drive number 1 along with the rest of this Packer offense.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 16 carries, 57 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's going to try and go deep again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Escaping the pressure right. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that 1st down pickup.
Meanwhile, Corral's throw here into the hands of Moore. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. A give up the middle to Akers. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Panthers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 4 yards on the pickup. Good enough to extend the drive. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a give. Akers running left. He's got it to the 43 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. He's going to look deep for Moore. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore, 43 yards. And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Rodgers now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
This is taken at the 15. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up of 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, and that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. From there, it's off to Chicago. Check on the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Justin Fields has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Chris Godwin, well over 100 yards with 2 touchdown catches to boot. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And there were a few factors as to why they built this good size advantage, but the rushing numbers were not all that amazing. We'll see if they can pick it up in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they too didn't do a whole lot in terms of rushing efficiency in that first half, as you can tell by the numbers there. These two teams going through their final adjustments. It's about time for the second half in Green Bay. So for the call, we go back up to Lambeau and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Rodgers going to throw. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he is going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And again, it's Rodgers. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. On play action, it's Rodgers. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he'll take this down to the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. To the air again. Here's Corral. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Corral. And his throw is incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. On the move to his left. That is caught inside the 5. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. 4th down. Here's Corral. Batted at the line, but he still brought it in. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Out quickly to Judy. And he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll run a draw now with Akers. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Corral now to throw. Got a man here, it's Bryant. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Back to throw, Corral. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this. See their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. 3rd and goal. Here's Corral. Touchdown! DJ DJ Moore. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. The Panther offense staying put. They'll go for 2. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now the Packers get set to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Carolina, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year.
And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Commanders.
Meanwhile, for Green Bay, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.